Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, it's a little bit windy, we're gonna do something. We actually have some things that we need to make sure, so in order to make progress or continue making progress on the Z, that's just sitting there. It's been sitting there for quite a while now, and obviously we haven't uploaded anything regarding that. And it's because, we've been waiting for parts. Some of the parts have come in, but then we still have to make sure we have some, just different parts that we need just to make sure, we're not missing anything, since it's literally just a rolling shell. And like the black one that's right next to it, it's mostly complete, but I want to make sure that I have everything I need, to transfer from that one to the rolling shell. So that's one aspect, as to why we haven't made much progress lately on the Z's. But also, as most of you guys know who have projects, just sitting there for longer than you would like to, there's a few things that come into play. Mostly you need money to to work on projects, because there's always something to buy that you need for the project. Then you need time, and also you need a good roof, so like the elements, they're kind of like a garage. Most people have a garage, that way you can actually work on things, apart from whatever the elements of that day may be. In this case right now, it's been kind of coldish. It's been windier than usual, and then it rains all of a sudden, so it's kind of hard. Well, it's harder than usual to actually get the motivation and stuff like that to actually work on the projects. So since trying to keep it low budget, and obviously right now with the COVID and all that stuff, everything slowed down as far as income wise and stuff, so we don't have as much income coming in as we used to. So we have to make do with what we have and the work that needs to be done right now, so that way we can actually start ordering parts or other parts that we may need to move the project forward. So with that being said, that's exactly what we're gonna try to do today. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do in this video right now. We're gonna check out both of the cars. We're gonna see what we can actually do to it, because this is a very big project. We're doing it by ourselves for the most part, and because it's such a big project, it can be, and it is sometimes very overwhelming, because you see this huge mountain you have to climb, and you see the top and like, holy shit, you might never get there. You feel like you're not gonna get there. You lose motivation and stuff like that, which again, I'm sure a lot of you guys with project cars, you might run into the same feeling. But at the end of the day, we want to finish it. We just lose motivation. We just have to keep on chugging along, and so right now we're gonna do some type of progress, even though I am motivation is not 100%, but we're gonna push through it, and accomplish something. So that being said, we do have small parts that have come in, and let me just show you the parts that came in. Okay, and this right here is one of the boxes that came in with parts, just small parts here and there that I noticed that the rolling ship didn't have. Alone here, so I'm trying to open this thing alone, one-handed. These parts right here, they're not big parts, they're not modifications, they're not aftermarket parts. It's actually just small parts that we need for the rolling shell, which one of them is the hood release cable latch thing. It doesn't, I noticed that it didn't have it, so I went ahead and found one and purchased it. So that's one part, and the other is pretty important, if you ask me. This is actually I guess you would call this steering column shaft. I noticed it since before I bought it, or when I bought it, that didn't have this part right here. This is the part that, let's say, this is it's a lot harder than you think with one hand. So let's see, this is a firewall, right? This is the engine bay right here. And let's say this is the driver's side right here, passenger side. And, you know, in order for the steering to work, you know, obviously the steering wheel is on the inside, which is on the other side of this box. Bad example, but stick with me here. So this rod right here pretty much comes out like where the steering wheel comes out, damn shaft right here, where the driver, well, again, the steering wheel, and it comes out through here to the firewall, and it connects to the steering box or rack and pinion, or, you know, the thing that actually moves the damn wheels when you turn the steering wheel. So it was missing that. I was gonna use the one on the black Z that's next to the rolling shell, but we might need that for another project. So yeah, so this is the other part that we ordered. It is missing a bolt or two, but that's something hardware, we can get that, no problem. So this will actually make it drivable. So that's the parts side of it that have come in, and as you can see, we have a shitload of, I don't want to bother with that right now. Anyway, man, I love this tarp. But anyway, okay, so as you guys know, I need to keep things more organized for sure. I still have some random parts from the engine here, which these are for like the water outlets, I believe, and 2 bolts. Don't remember exactly where those go, but well, you know, never learn, I guess. I also have some bolts here, and I'm gonna open these 2 up so I can take a look, because I noticed the shelf there, I don't think it has the body harness, meaning it doesn't have the harness that goes inside the cabin to light up all the lights and stuff, the interior lights, tail lights, the headlights. So I need to find that. If that doesn't have it, then I have to look in this one, since they're the same year and everything. So everything that works for this works for that. If the rolling shell doesn't have the body harness, then I'm gonna look in here. Hopefully this one has it. Praying to God, I'm praying to God. If not, then I either have to find one, buy it, or worst comes to worst, they do sell their upgraded harnesses that you actually make yourself. They come like in a kit, a stack of wires, a stack of like relays and stuff like that, so you can actually make your own wiring harness out of that. Or if I can, if you know, if push comes to shove, then hopefully I can find someone that makes those harnesses. That way I save myself the huge headache for that, and, you know, get that out of the way. Also, you know, while we're at it, we're gonna take a look at a few things to see, I guess, what else we need to, you know, to start dropping the engine, at least to test fit it. I want to say that I'm still missing some parts. I just don't know exactly what I'm missing. So again, that's why I need to take off the covers on the cars and pretty much just take a look there. All right, now that we move this truck and this truck a little bit more forward, we have space finally to unwrap this and that, so we can get started and search what we need. All right, guys, so we unwrapped this one right here. Man, just looking at it without the covers, just want to drive this thing already. Man, just seeing this thing right here. Anyway, so we have the doors. This thing's slow. All right, so what I'm worried about is the harness, and I think I need to take most of the stuff out so I can actually see. I know there was a little some type of harness back over here in the trunk, but I don't think that's the actual harness I need. And again, as you can see over there, we have the gas pedal, but we're missing the brake pedal and the clutch pedal, which we either have to take off from that car, or if I can find one for, you know, something affordable. Basically, we were like really looking at it, and I think I might have messed up. Jeez. We're over here on the driver's side again. And look at this. We did have it. Learn from me, see what you have before you buy stuff. So I need to take a look at the wiring that I have in the trunk to make sure that's the harness I need or not. So that means I actually need to take this stuff out so I can actually get to the back, because I really don't want to take all this off. So we can find the harness that I've seen, I think, and hopefully that's the one, or else we'll just keep looking take off everything from inside so we can actually see if there's any wiring at all. Oh, let's get to it. Alright, so I did take out some things that was inside, you know, like the air dam, tail lights, the carpet kit right here, and let's bring it in here. As you can see, I don't see any wires in here. No wires. I think for the expansion tank for the fuel. This is, I want to say, this is what the stripping. Let's make sure of that. Yeah, I think there's wood stripping. There's no wires. No wires. No rust also, so that's good. So I did look underneath this door. And there are no wires, which leads me to believe that there is no body harness. And hopefully there's no surprises over here either. Yeah, I don't know what that is up there. Oh, man, this thing's pretty heavy. Yeah, so there is no body harness. There's little harnesses here, but I think this is for like the gauges and stuff. So because there's no body harness, now we're gonna take a look on that one. Hopefully that one has it, or else I need to find one. All right, so I took off the hood right now so I can show you guys exactly what I was talking about earlier. So as you guys can see, this is, oh, luckily we have the hardware here. This is for the steering shaft. Again, that goes for the steering wheel. So from the steering wheel, there's a shaft that goes along through the firewall, and this is where it comes out from. So that shaft that I purchased, it's actually gonna connect through here, connect this, you know, to the shaft, and the shaft runs down to this right here, to this little nipple thing here, which it does have splines. So when you turn the steering wheel to the left or to the right, this is a steering gearbox. So it goes left or right, it depends, you know, on the turning, left turning or right turning or wherever. So that's where it goes right here. Another reason that I had to buy that shaft right here right now is also because once I drop in the engine to test fit it, I need to make sure, you know, that's gonna clear like the headers I decide to use, because since it does kind of, it's not straight to like the frame rails here, it's like a little bit toward the going inside, which is like, where's it, bam, like right there, and the engine's right here. So we need to make sure that there's clearance here, or else we're gonna run into some problems there. Also, now that I remember, we do have the engine mounts, and from what I've heard, we don't need the stock ones. So that's good because we're missing one and some hardware, but I think it came with hardware. The engine mounts actually bolt onto the engine itself. Then from there, it bolts onto here. I need to make sure how it actually bolts up also. So that's something else to show. You can find them right now, so you can actually take them out and see how they actually go. All right, so I took one of the engine mounts out of the box. I only needed one just for mock-up, so you can actually see, you guys as well as myself, since I've never actually put two and two together to see how it actually all works. This is the gist of it here. So this is the driver's side, I believe, because this plug right here bolts up to the engine. And as you guys can see, I don't know if that was the D, I'm assuming driver's side. And it's pointing forward, which means, you know, it has to point forward. So this means, you know, this actually bolts up to the engine like so, and it actually has another D on the rubber mount here. So that means, I'm assuming this goes in here, like so, you know, this to the engine, this mount to the bracket here. So this leaves this, which luckily has a nice little nut here. Okay, you see that? It has a bigger hole, then it has a smaller hole. So it just folds right in. Oh, that's pretty neat right there. Awesome. All right, so now we know. All right, so now that we have some sort of idea here, we're gonna open this one up so we can try to see if this one has a body harness, so we can take it away from this one and put it on this one. All right, I remember seeing some wiring back here. Sitting here. Alright. So that's the wiring. Don't know. I'm pretty sure this isn't the whole body harness, to be honest. So we need to ask around. Man, I wish this car was running. Again, some spare parts, curbs, fuel tank here that I might no longer need actually. Wiring under there. Alright, so wait. There's a little message here. Oh, it just says 260Z. Okay, but what about it? What about it? Well, that's all it says. Hopefully with these numbers here I can find out what this is for. I really need to find out if, I'm assuming this is part of the body harness. Just goes to show you that I really have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm sure we'll get through it. We'll get through it for sure. For sure. Man, I wish both of these were running actually. Jesus, even if it's stock or something. And just can't get. Can we just appreciate how rust-free this damn engine bay is? To be honest, it's freaking beautiful. Jeez. All right, so I did take a few pictures of the wiring harness, so I can ask around to make sure that that is what I need as far as the body harness. I really do need to do more homework on, you know, how to proceed with the project here, because I'm not sure if I need to run the wiring harness first, or can I just drop in the engine then the wiring harness. Then there's also a question about the fuel system, because we're white one again, because I'm pretty sure that these right here are fuel lines and this one right here is cut off. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe this is just like the return lane or something. Maybe this one went to the canister, charcoal canister that was over here. I'm pretty sure there was a charcoal canister over here. That's another thing that I need to really do my homework on, just to cross my T's and dot my I's or something. Whatever, however that saying goes. I know a lot of people use external fuel pumps in these just to make life easier. But I've also heard that using external fuel pumps, they have a tendency to overheat and leads to, you know, starvation, or just the car having troubles with the fueling. So it's, you know, it's iffy there. I need to make sure of what I'm doing before I proceed also, which is a little part of why I haven't personally made any progress, because I need to know what I'm doing, or, you know, what's looked for as far as like the progress, or, you know, what else, what's next, what I need to do before. Because the last thing I want to do, and I'm pretty sure it's for everyone with a project like this, you know, you do things, you kind of wing it or have some type of knowledge, and you just start doing, then you realize that 10 steps behind, you know, you were supposed to do something, so you have to kind of trace back and go back and forth, you know. And I'm hoping, I'm sure there's gonna be mistakes, obviously, since it's my first time, but I'm trying to those mistakes to minimum, if at all possible, which means that I need to do a lot more reading. But you know, it comes with the territory. Although it seems like we did nothing, we actually at least got some knowledge for what we need in the future. I think we found what we needed. I just have to make sure that this is what we need and not something else. I just wanted to show you guys in this video that even though it seems like we did nothing, this is the reality of the project cars. You know, when you have a project, it's not just, you know, buying parts and slapping them on, and you know, it's not overnight. There's a lot of back and forth, just like right here, right now. You know, we needed to find something to see if we had something, and some parts we already did have and bought, you know, duplicates of, and other parts that we don't have and we need to find. Then of course, like right now, like today, we found out how the engine mounts work, or how they mount up. That's a good thing to know. The main point is we need to find out if this is the actual body harness or not, so we have to get answers for that. Then we have to get answers for the other things I was telling you about, you know, the fuel system, the way, which one goes first, the chicken or the egg type of thing, which in this case, is it the harness that goes first, then the engine, or the engine, then the harness? Like things like that, you know, because I really want to, you know, keep it moving with the project here, because I'm tired of looking at it being covered and when I want to drive it already, you know. Hopefully you guys bear with me. Hopefully you guys did learn something at least today, be it at least how to mount the damn engine mounts to the engine and how it's gonna go put together. The point is of all these videos is for you guys, well, to show you guys the realities of how things actually are, or how they actually go, being that they never go as planned. Just let you guys actually see how tedious it is, and how, you know, even though you lose motivation sometimes, you still, you know, gotta get out there, pretty much do something so you can actually keep it moving, which in this case is what we did. Although we didn't actually, you know, put hands on, turn wrenches and stuff, there is progress being made, being in, you know, knowledge as to what we need, as to what we have to find out for the next steps, like that type of stuff. So that's everything right there. It's, you know, it accumulates, you know, little by little, even if it's, you know, organizing bolts here and there, even just the organizing part, it's so detrimental for, you know, for progress. The point is just to keep it moving. That being said, see you guys next time. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Make sure to hit that like button, comment, you know, what is it that, you know, you guys would like to see, or if you guys have any advice as to what's next or what I should be doing, you know, I would definitely appreciate all that. Make sure to subscribe for following content, and, you know, see you guys next time. Peace.